We're going to start this week with our Giving Back segment. Now, last week we focused on the giving habits, the charitable giving habits of all Americans, and the numbers were absolutely just mind blowing how charitable Americans are. And you think about the needs. Obviously, the last couple of years have been very tough on folks with COVID and, various levels of people losing their jobs or not able to go into their jobs, having their kids home, all kinds of difficulties that no one was really expecting. So the fact is that, our fellow Americans responded to those needs at record setting levels, and that was very good news. This week, we're taking a little bit more of a deeper dive into the numbers specific to the state of Florida, which is our home state. So it turns out that Floridians are actually above average in terms of charitable giving. So that's exciting because, obviously we're proud of our state. But here are some of the key numbers that I will give to you. And then, Psyche, I'll ask you to respond with your thoughts after we hear those. So, number one, most Floridians give to charities. So it turns out that somewhere around 7 out of every 10 households in Florida made a charitable donation in 2021. And of those, about three-quarters donated to organizations that are based here in the state of Florida. So keeping the giving close to home. Over half of households reported volunteering in 2021, and that was actually very common among younger Floridians and also those households that have a high net worth. Now, nearly all Floridians help other Floridians directly, neighbors, friends, whatever the case may be. Almost 9 out of 10 households reported participating in informal philanthropy, and that kind of thing includes giving directly to someone in need that they know personally. And then um, I guess where I go from here is I need to make sure I give credit to the folks who published this report, which was the Florida Nonprofit Alliance. So they did this in cooperation with the Indiana University Lilly Family School of Philanthropy and the Jesse Ball DuPont Fund. So these organizations come together, they look at the numbers, and those are the numbers that they came up with. So now that you've heard just what a giving people we are here in Florida, what do you think about that, Psyche?
Well, I guess all that sunshine we have around here makes everyone happier.
Hey, the Sunshine State.
Now, you know what? In all seriousness, that's awesome, isn't it? I mean, you know, this everything comes down to us giving back to our communities, and for everybody, that's different. You and I both give back. It's high on our list. We believe in it, and there's things we do that uh, differ from each other and different from other people. But we all have something we can give back, whether it's time, money, skill set, and to hear that 70% of respondents give back to their local community, that makes me proud. It's higher than I suspected it would be. I don't know why, but it makes me proud to hear that.
Yeah, I really feel the same way. Um, it it makes me think about the fact that you hear a lot of news stories about loneliness, about people feeling disconnected, about the trends are that people are moving more and more into digital interaction and less in personal interaction. And obviously here we are on a digital format, reaching people digitally, but this is not the primary way, that you establish relationships. But when you're actually seeing as many as 9 in 10 households that are giving at a personal level to someone in need, now of course that might be handing, $20 to somebody on the side of the road, but it also may be hey, I heard that there's a friend that I have that is going through a rough patch, or I know somebody at church who had a need. In fact, that reminds me of something that I experienced this last year through my place of worship. Um, we had a young lady join our fellowship. She moved to Florida from California, and very determined, hardworking, got a job, had no car. She was biking her way to work. So the local connect group that she was a part of decided that they wanted to raise some money and buy her a car because they were so impressed with her work ethic. So they went ahead and did that. So, that's an example of people that see a need, they see a person who is a good risk to take, let's throw some money at not a small gift, really, if you think about a car. And in fact, her car might be worth more now than it was when they bought it for her. But that's an awesome example. But that's the kind of thing that people here are doing. So it's really neat to see that, to be a part of that, and to know that it's not just an isolated event at the local level. This is the kind of thing that's going on around the state. So kudos to you, Floridians. You
That's
really are
awesome.
putting sunshine in the Sunshine State. So
Spreading the sunshine.
that's right. So that is this week's Giving Back segment.
The Purposeful Podcast.